welcome back to Little Reads. I'm going to be reading the next chapter of the Faraway tree. We've gotten quite a few chapters read already. We're about halfway through the book now, and if you want to catch up with the story so far, please do watch my previous videos to catch up with the story so far. Today I'm going to be reading The Land of Goodies. Just a little reminder, if you're new to the channel, that I am a dyslexic reader. So if I do make mistakes along the way, please do mind my reading. I'm pretty sure I would make a few mistakes along the way. And if you do want to make a few comments about the things that I've read wrong, please do comment in the comments below. And a lot of the times I don't know if I'm making mistakes or not, so please do help me out and put comments in the below. So we're going to be reading The Land of Goodies now. The four children were rather naughty the next few days. Rick and Joe quarreled, I think that is, and they fell over and they began to wrestle one another and broke a little table. Then Beth scoffed a teacloth when she was ironing it. And Fanny tore a hole in her clothes when she went picking blackberries. Really, you are all very careless lately, said their mother. Joe, you will mend that table, I bet you can. Joe, you must help him. And if you quarrel like that again, I will send you both to bed at once. Fanny didn't put on her old clothes when she went to pick blackberries, as I told you to. Now you have to mend your clothes and property. Beth had to wash the tea cloth carefully to try to get the scotch out of it. Oh my, it's a pity these things have happened this week, groaned Joe to Rick, as the two boys did their best to mend the table. I'm afraid that the Land of Goodies will come and go before we get there. I dare ask mother or father we can go to the faraway tree. We've been so careless that they will sure to say no. Moonface and the others will be wondering why we didn't go, said Beth almost in tears. They are. The Land of Goodies had come, and a delicious smell kept coming down the ladder. Moonface waited and waited for the four children to come, but they didn't. When he heard that the Land of Goodies was going to move away the next afternoon, he wondered what to do. We said we'd wait for the children, but we don't want to miss going ourselves, he said to Silky. We had better send a note to them. Perhaps something has happened to stop them coming. So they wrote a note and went to ask the owl to take it, but he was asleep. So they went to the woodpecker, who had a hole in the tree for himself, and he said he would take it. Flew off with in he flew off with it in his beak. As soon as the found the cottage and tapped on the window with his beak. "A lovely woodpecker," said Joe, looking up. "See the red on his head. He's got a note for us." He opened the window. Mother was there, in the same room as the children, and she looked surprised to see such an unexpected visitor. Joe took the note. The bird stayed on the windowsill waiting for an answer. Joe read it and then showed it to the others. They all looked rather sad. It was dreadful to know that the lovely land of goddess had come and was going to go soon, and they couldn't visit it. "Joe, tell Moonface we've been in trouble and can't come," said Joe. The bird spread his wings, but Mother looked up and spoke. "Wait a minute," she said to the bird. Then she turned to Joe, read me the note and said, "Joe, read it out aloud." "Dear Joe, Beth, and Rick, the land of goodies here and goes tomorrow. We waited and waited for you to come. If you don't mind, if you don't come tomorrow, we have to go ourselves. Can't you come? Love, from Silky, Saucepan, and Moonface." The land of goodies," said Mother in amazement. "Well, I never did hear of such funny happiness. I suppose there are lots of nice things to eat there, and that's why you all want to go. Well, you have to, well, you have been in trouble lately, but you've done your best to put things right. You can go tomorrow morning." "Mother, oh mother, thank you," cried the children. "Thank you, Aunt Polly," said Rick, hugging her. "Oh, how lovely." Tell Moonface we'll come as soon as we can tomorrow morning," said Joe to the listening woodpecker. He nodded his red squashed head and flew off. The children talked together, excited. "I won't have any breakfast," said Beth. "It's not much good to go to the land of goodies unless we're hungry." "That's a good idea," said Rick. "I think I won't have any supper tonight either." So when the time comes for the 4 children to set off to the enchanted wood, they were all terribly hungry. They ran to the faraway tree and climbed up in excitement. I hope there are donuts," said Joe. I want chocolate mousse," said Beth. "I can't begin to say the things I'd like," said greedy Rick. Well, don't," said Joe. "Save your breath and hurry. We're being left behind." When they got to Moonface and shouted to him. He came running out of his treehouse in delight. "Oh, good, good," he cried. You are nice and early, Silky. You are nice and early. Silky, they're here. Go down and call old Saucepan. He's with Mr. What's his name. I'm sure Saucepan would like to come too." It wasn't long before 7 excited people were climbing up the ladder to the land of goodies. They longed to see what it was like. Well, it was much better than anyone imagined. It was a small place set with crooked houses and shops, and every house and shop was made from things to eat. The first house, the first house that the children saw was amazing. Look at that house, said John. Its walls made of sugar, and the chimneys are chocolate, and the window sills are peppermint cream. And look at that shop, said Rick. Its walls made of chocolate, and the door is made of marzipan. And I'm sure the windowsills are gingerbread. The land of goodies was really a very extraordinary place. Everything in it seemed to be eatable. And when the children caught sight of the tree and bushes, they called out in surprise, "Look there, look, what the tree is, that tree is growing muffins." And that one got buds that are opening into cakes. It's a cake tree. And look at that little tree there. It's growing big, flat, white flowers like plates. In the middle of the flower is a full ice cream. Let's taste it. They tasted it, and it was ice cream. There's another little bush that grows clusters of curious-looking fruit, like flat berries of all colors. And you will believe it. When the children picked the fruit, it was really like lollipops, all neatly growing together like a bunch of grapes. "Oh, lovely," said Joe. "We like lollipops very much. Gosh, look at that white fence over there. Surely it isn't made of marshmallows." It was. The children tore off pieces from the fence and munched the marshmallows. It was the nicest they have ever tasted. The shops were full of things to eat. You should have seen them. Joe felt as if it would like a hot dog and went to the hot dog shop. The rolls were tumbling one by one out of the machines. The handle was being turned by an old-looking person. He was flat and golden brown and had raisins like eyes. "I think he is a gingerbread man," whispered Joe to the others. "He's like the gingerbread people that Mother makes for us." The children chose the hot dog each and went out, munching. They wandered into the next shop. It had lovely big cakes set out in rows. They were yellow, some were yellow, some were pink, some white. "What's your name, please?" said the funny little lady there, looking at Beth, who had asked for a cake. "Beth," said the little girl in surprise. And there in the middle of the cake, her name appeared in pink sugar letters. Of course, all the others wanted cakes too. Then just to see their names come. "We shall never be able to eat all these," said Moonface. looking at the 7 cakes that had suddenly appeared. But they taste so delicious that it wasn't long before they all went into the next in, into shop after shop. Went the children when the children and the others tasted everything they could see. They had tomato soup, poached eggs, ginger buns, chocolate fingers, ice creams, and goodness knows what else. Well, I can't eat any more, said Silky at last, with being really greedy. I am sure we'll, we'll, we'll be ill if we eat anything else. Oh, Silky, said Joe, don't stop. I can go for a long time yet, said Greedy. Rick, you're greedy, very greedy, said Joe. Ought to stop. Well, I'm going to, said Rick. The other looked at him. You're getting very fat, said Joe suddenly. You won't be able to get down the hole. Be careful, Rick. You're not to go into any more shops. All right, said Rick, looking, thinking. But though he did not go into shops, you can guess what he did. He broke off some of the gingerbread windowsills, and then he took a knocker from the door. It was a peppermint, and Rick sucked it in delight. The others had not seen him do these things, but the man whose knocker Rick had pulled off did see. He opened his door and came running out. Hey, hey, he cried angrily. Bring back my knocker at once, you bad, naughty boy. Oh, so Rick has been quite naughty again. Rick is always getting in some sort of trouble in the faraway land. Now he's stolen somebody's door knocker, and they're chasing him out of the shop. So we shall see what happens to him next. Oh, and it is indeed about Rick, the next chapter. Rick gets everyone into trouble. That Rick is a mischievous little boy. But look, we are almost finished reading the entire book. So we are literally halfway, more than halfway now, I think, through the book, which is amazing. I've never read a book this big before, and it's been quite easy reading it because it's me reading chapter by chapter. So I will be reading Rick Gets Everyone into Trouble next time, and we shall see how they get out of that one again now. So thank you for tuning in to the Faraway Tree again, and hopefully you shall come back next time and I will read the next chapter for you guys, and I hope you enjoyed that. Please do tune back in soon and find out what happens next. And if you do have any books you want me to read, please do comment